lacrosse friends, old and new. Welcome to the 2021 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship live on TSN from the Canada Life Center here in Winnipeg. I am Steven Stanford, by Brian Shanahan and Shanny. It's exciting to be doing lacrosse, and it's great to have you here.
You know what? I'm so excited to be doing the game again, and it's great that it's on TSN. I know there are a ton of lacrosse fans across Canada who are so excited for this game.
And some new fans hopefully checking it out. We're very pleased to have you here as Canada East and Canada West battle for a gold medal. Both teams stacked with talent, but a couple of guys maybe standing out for us, Shanny.
Yeah, well, from Canada West, we're going to talk about Patrick Dodds from Victoria, BC, a great lacrosse hotbed. This guy's 6'3", 210 pounds. Yesterday they had an exhibition game. He scored 3 goals, was also drafted in the NLL, hasn't played yet there, but he'll get his chance, and he's one of the stars. I know we'll be talking about him for the West team. And on the East, it's also their captain, Tanner Buck from Orangeville, another huge lacrosse hotbed. He scored 4 goals in the exhibition game yesterday. Another guy that was drafted in the NLL, hasn't played yet, but these are guys that I know for sure we're going to be talking about a lot tonight. They can put the ball in the net.
And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the opening face-off right after this. Welcome back to the Canadian World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We are underway. I'm Steven Stanford, Brian Shanahan. And we're going to have a face-off violation right off the top. So Canada East will get first possession. They are wearing the red point left to right on your screen. Canada West is the home team wearing the white. They're going right to left. Their starting goalie, Justin Getty, preparing for the first shot. Here's David Anderson. He drives underneath, saved by Getty as he slipped by McQuiggan. But the loose ball picked up on the rebound by Canada East. Tanner Buck, the captain, we talked about in the opening, has the ball. He is a wizard. He was an all-world forward 3 years from Saskatoon. As he won a gold medal. Oh, the post saves Getty. A reach in by Sam Dremnitsky to try and pick up that loose ball.
Well, already a nice save by Getty, and that time he got some good luck by the post.
Yeah, those bright yellow pipes. There's an 8-second count, and that has been an issue that Canada West is working on.
A little bit careless by Sam Marshall. Just seemed not aware of that 8-second clock ticking down. You do have to get the ball over half within 8 seconds once you get possession.
You want to be calm, not scrambled, but you do have to get across. You don't have a lot of time. Pass behind the net. Buck looking for the dive, gets it. What a beautiful adjustment in midair by Tanner Buck.
We talked about him in the opening. This guy is a wizard from Orangeville, Ontario. I saw a lot of him, and he can find a small piece of net, but this time he does something different. From behind the net, perfectly legal, jumps up in the air and does the dunk. This is so tough for a goalie to stop. Not every player can pull that off, and when you can, like Buck, it's a nice play.
I thought Getty was in pretty good position. He got that right shoulder up to the crossbar, but Buck just went the other way. I believe the pass came from Hayden Coulter. Assist also given to Tyler Davis for Canada East as they get ahead. There's David Anderson. Passes over to Coulter. Coulter's going to go up top to Davis. This is Dremnitsky. He's watched by Aidan Danby, another veteran. That shot right in the chest. Getty has that one.
And you know that Canada East will try to put a little pressure on Canada West, knowing that they've had a little bit of difficulty getting that ball over within 8 seconds. There was a bit of difficulty in their exhibition game yesterday too.
We're going to have a loose ball push by Ethan Riggs, known as the Big Rig to his friends and fans. And he will bang guys around, but that time, the ball was loose, a little overzealous. Here's Patrick Dodds. Go ahead.
Riggs' first round draft choice in the NLL by Halifax.
Here's a behind the net for Kean Moon. Nice job by Riggs to get on him with the good footwork. So Moon's going to move it over to the far side. Gutowski with the shot, the hometown boy. Getty is going to the bench as we have a delayed penalty coming. Canada East can't scoop it up. Now it will go to Landon Kells, the starting goaltender for Canada East, and we'll have the first penalty of the game.
And just what Canada West needed. They looked a little bit shaky that first couple of minutes. They got their first offensive possession, and they managed to draw a penalty to get onto the power play.
Canada West looked a bit shaky last night as well, and the two teams played an exhibition game. It was close at times. It was 1-1 after the first, 4-1 at the half. Then it was 7-5 for Canada East after the third, but then 4-0 in the fourth quarter for an 11-5 final. Here's Dodds over to Arthur Miller. Moon back up to Miller and Dodds. They're moving it all around. And Zach Basisti, the youngster, with the rip. He's just 18. There's an outlet for Canada East. Matt Wright, one of the alternate captains, tries to fight through, but a nice check coming off the bench by Sean Kryowoken.
That was a really nice stick check by Kryowoken, but they give the ball away again.
And Kryowoken and Basisti, as there's a fight at center for it, both on that Alberta midget team that shocked the world when they beat Ontario, the perennial midget national champions, back in 2018.
Yeah, that's huge. Usually Ontario or BC would win that midget championship, but Alberta to win it was huge, and a lot of good players from that team.
Dodds drags it back, then heads it over to Basisti. Skip pass down to the corner to Gutowski. Dodds will not let it rip. Oh, what a play. Dodds draws the attention, then passes backdoor. Gutowski, hometown boy, makes good.
Yeah, you described it perfectly there. And watch Dodds at the top. This goal was all from him. He sells the shot and finds Gutowski on the crease. You could tell they were looking for that. They went to the crease earlier. It didn't work. This time he sold the shot. Kells came way out of the net. An easy goal.
Yeah, and Gutowski, as I said, hometown boy, is from Winnipeg, but he has traveled to play. Played for the Manitoba Blizzard, went to a couple Founders, then went to Port Coquitlam in 2019, played for the Saskatchewan SWAT this year, trying to play at the highest level he can. He is in the NLL draft this year, one of 7 players in this tournament in the draft this year. There are also 6 players, 3 aside, who have already been drafted. We've mentioned some. The others will come up as we go. Tanner Buck slows it down, waits for his full contingent of offense to get out. A little pick and roll. Doesn't quite connect with Liam McGraw from Nova Scotia. And then Tyler Davis took the man, and that may lead to a bit of a breakout. Little trouble with Miller. Sorry, that's Evan Gartner. No, it is Sam Marshall, sorry. And that is Nolan Oakey. Slowing things down, setting it up. They've got 18 on the shot clock. Time to get things rolling. Gutowski, the goal scorer, and Dodge rips that one. Dodge, who led the BCJLL this season, the BC Junior A League, in assists and points, and helped one of his teammates lead it in goals.
That was a quick shot by Dodge. That was a better save than it actually looked like from Kells. To get over that quick on that shot was very good.
Yeah, Kells so sharp, so athletic. Here's Anderson fighting through traffic, looking for help. He's going to get a shot off, comes straight back to himself around the world, just missed. Now, late in the shot clock, a shot by Dremnitsky, and West just wants to muck this one, but they get the resets and they need to get the ball now. Buck goes and gets it. Oh, he's so good on the loose balls. Twister just misses, but it goes out to Hayden Coulter. Gets away from him.
Buck just ducked out of that check, made it look so simple. He's so smooth.
Smaller player, but he has a way of getting out of the way of harm. Here's Arthur Miller spinning away from the double team. And I'll tell you, the West is already looking more poised. They're looking like they're calming down a bit from the way they played last night when they were a little helter-skelter. I like the way they're looking composed. Pass to Dodge. Nice save, Kells.
Yeah, we talked to the coach, Stu Sternparm, and he said, you know, that there was a bit of the jitters yesterday. He was very thankful for that exhibition game. Probably didn't like the score, 11-5, but they got the jitters out, and he thinks that they'll be better today because of it. So far, so good.
Buck pulls through. There's a save by Getty. It's scooped up by Easton Ong, the speedster. He's going to use the stick this time to get the ball up the floor. Nice pass to Marshall going in. Flip pass. Oh, just a little bit behind Gutowski, and that's going to be a turnover. And that's something that plagued the West last night. They're trying to control, but that was a pretty nice play. Just didn't quite execute. Here's a chance on the break for Eddie Q, the former first overall pick in the Ontario Midget Draft. He is a talent. Goes to Yale. Very bright young man. Here is Evan Susi getting across center. They hand it off to Dodds. Well, nice breakout.
The West is doing a better job of getting the ball out of their end, and that's something they worked on in practice today.
Oh, what a rip and what a celly there for Caden Onagi from Headingley, Manitoba. And he just ripped that one right through Landon Kells.
Yeah, and you know, nothing really fancy about this goal. This is just like a nice, hard, underhand shot. And you could tell Kells is not happy with it. He was set for that shot. He got out as far as he wanted to get out, and that just seemed to find a hole.
I think Onagi skipped that one just so it got up over the leg as Kells went down. Onagi will go and take the face-off with the assist to Dodds and Miller on Onagi's goal. He scored a beauty last night in the exhibition game as well. I'm really impressed with his game. He's one of the, a lot of times you see face-off guys who the face-off is their big thing. He's a good face-off man, but he's also really sharp up on that lefty forward position. We are going to take our first break at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Winnipeg. We'll be right back with more action after this. BioSteel is proud to be hydrating the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Zero sugar and eco-friendly sports hydration. Head to biosteel.ca to get yours today. It is 2-1 for Canada West, and Shanny, there you see Stu Sturparn, the West coach. He's pretty excited.
Yeah, we had a great conversation with him today in the hotel, and this guy, he's a smart guy and just so infectious how much he loves lacrosse and his memory of every detail. And yeah, he was pretty excited, and despite that loss yesterday, as I said earlier, he took that as a learning experience, and a good start for them so far.
Canada East with the sneaky 6-on-5 as Kells was over at the bench. Looked like he was going to head back to the floor, but instead he hops on the bench. But he's now gone to the floor. McGraw with the twister misses. They've still got time as Anderson picks up that loose ball. He's going to let one fly, but that hits Easton Ong. And here comes Hunter Agus. Agus, a 3-time World Junior Championship player. Rumbling in. He's going to get pushed behind the net by Riggs. Tosses it back. Of course, they were teammates with Canada at the previous World Juniors. And Riggs says, that doesn't matter. I'm going to knock you on the floor, as he tends to do. Gutowski, watched there by Matt Wright, one of the alternate captains and one of the best players you're going to see around here. Nice shake and bake by Nolan Oakey, the pride of the Rocky View Silvertips Junior B Club. Stopped though by Kells, and here comes Will Cecile, leaves it for Tanner Buck as Canada East comes over center. We reach the halfway point of the first quarter. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Dremnitsky can't quite accept that pass. Getty looking up the floor. It's not there. He'll go short to Evan Gardner.
If you're new in lacrosse, these teams usually have guys that play defense or offense, and then they switch quickly on the fly. So sometimes if you don't get all the right guys on, I think that's what happened to Team West last time they're on offense, you don't really get the offense you want.
Ben Trumbull rumbling down the floor, swim move, goes to the net, 1-on-3, gets it stripped away, and I think they may have wanted him to pull that out at that point.
Yeah, and even though you have guys that play consistently offense or guys that play consistently defense, you want your defensive guys to have a transition game, and he took that try there, but before you realize it, there was like 4 Team East guys all over him.
Yeah, I've seen him sink a couple of very nice shots in the practices. Here is a pass up top to Gutowski. He is leveled as he gets that shot off. Jordan Ackie going after the ball, but it's picked up by Dodds. It's knocked away from him. He's going to go get it again, close to center. And there was nobody there to help him as they were starting to change Canada West. He was hoping to find some assistance, but East takes it. Trumbull hands it off, and Trumbull, part of the Peterborough Lakers resurgence as their futures team won. Here's a chance to the net. Oh, David Anderson, his first WJLC goal for Canada. This time Canada East. He has played for the Iroquois Nationals in 2 previous World Juniors, and he is fitting right in with Canada East.
You know, he's a smooth player. Watch this stick fake. And the defender went right for his stick. That was Hunter Agus. And he just fooled him. He teased him with the stick out, and once that swing was made at the stick, he's not getting checked and walked in. I'm sure the coaches on the West bench will have a talk with their defenders to remind them, don't go for these guys with their slick stick moves. You know, you got to play the body.
Anderson comes by his stick skills. Honestly, his grandfather, the great Gaylord Powless, many would argue the best lacrosse player in the history of the game. Dunford gets it off the face-off. Great work. He's also a returning World Junior Lacrosse Championship player. He is a smaller player, but he is gritty, and he's quick, and he's smart. Here's Buck backpedaling. You're going to set up the Danby, watches him. Nice switch by West. Here's Eddie Q. with Susie on him. Across the floor, and Dremnitsky sends it right back to him. Oh, they couldn't quite connect. It's kicked into the corner. West doesn't have to pick it up. There's only 2 on the shot clock.
Yeah, the East doing a good job of moving that ball quickly. It's tough to play defense when that ball's moving so quick. Your head's always got to be on a swivel.
West setting up. Gutowski will hand it off to Zach Basisti. There's Dodds with the rip. Almost an assist from Basisti, but Dodds can't quite find the mark. Here's Matt Wright on the run. He's got Cecile with him. They've got a trailer and Trumbull. The shot stopped by the foot and stepped on by Getty, and then Trumbull reached into the crease. I was going to say, yeah, the Peterborough won the WJLL Futures Tournament for players 19 and under. And we are going to take a quick break once again. It is 2-2, Canada East and Canada West at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be right back. TechSavvy is a proud sponsor of the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Visit techsavvy.com/CLL for affordable Canada-wide internet plans. We are back and very pleased and excited to have lacrosse back on TSN. It is 2-2, and we are looking at Jeff Dowling, coach of Canada East.
Yeah, Jeff Dowling's been around lacrosse for ages. Coached Canada to a gold medal in the last World Juniors, and also coached with Calgary during one of their NLL championships way back, I think 2004. But he's been involved in lacrosse his whole life and well respected in the lacrosse community.
He is, and a great guy to talk to. We
Yes.
love catching up with him. And now Canada West looking to regain the lead as Dodds chucks it high to Oki. Nice job catching that one. That bounce pass across by Jackson Kluchuk comes into Arthur Miller. Picks up by Oki. The shot by Dodds late in the shot clock. Loose ball, and Riggs just boxes out Oki to allow Cecile to pick it up.
That was some very good defense by the East. They gave the West nothing there. Dodds had to settle for a long outside shot just to try to reset the shot clock.
Tyler Davis will flip it up top. Liam McGraw hands it off, and a quick pass by Curtis Buckta. This is Buck. The shot just saved by the hand of Getty. One edge for Canada East is they have a lot of experience. They're a bit older team, about half a year on average. That shot stopped by Getty. Sam Marshall trying to get to it first. Great hustle by Buckta, the big man, moving it. Nice wheels by Buckta from Woodstock, Ontario, plays for Mimico, and then Davis rips it out, but unfortunately for him, it goes straight to Easton Ong. They'll get it over center with a fresh 30. Sees Arthur Miller coming from the bench, fakes it, hands it off to Gutowski. Takes a quick look to see who's with him. Moves it to Dodds. A lot of this offense goes through Dodds. That time he tried to feed it through to Miller. Kells reaches out, can't quite scoop the ball. It's still loose. Gutowski going after it, but Trumbull all over him.
That was actually a nice feed from Dodds to Miller. I think Miller just wasn't expecting and didn't realize how he was the open man.
Once in a while, you're just getting ready to shoot before you have the ball. Happens to me.
Yeah.
Not as much to these guys. They're way better than I am.
Or sometimes, you know, the guy with the ball fools the defense, even fools his own teammates.
Dremnitsky gets a solid pick from McGraw. Elects to shoot. Getty reaches behind him. It's not there. It is there. It was right under his hand. Here comes Agus pushing the pace. Very nice clear. Moon. Slip pick from McQuiggan, who's going to the bench. Just under 20 on the shot clock. Here's Basisti. Pressure way out high by Brendan Boyle. That pass hit Kean Moon in the face, but great recovery to get back and pick it up. Hard fake there. And the pass, what a goal.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
fake by Onagi was gorgeous, and then Moon with a nice touch.
Yeah, that was a hard fake, but a great pass to go across to a Moon. Let's just see that fake fooled the cameraman, and then he took the ball down to the crease. But it's that great play at the end by Kean Moon, who actually reaches up over the goaltender. Kells, who is down. That's the only way he could put it in. If he tried to one-time that, it wasn't going in. He had to jump up high to change the angle.
Yeah, and honestly, even on the replay, it looked like Onagi was shooting. It was
Yeah.
that good of a fake.
That was a big fake, and you saw it. It fooled our cameraman too. It fooled me when I saw it live.
Kean Moon and Okotoks Raider from Calgary, who goes to Robert Morris. West looking to extend the lead as they get the ball back. Here's Gutowski to Okie. Dodds goes back door, just missing far side. It's going to be an over and back, but Wright's going to get there first anyway, and he's got lots of space. Here comes a man charging off the bench. Not in time, and Wright buries it to even things up at 3.
Yeah, very nice play by the defender. You said he played for Mimico. You're correct there, and showed some transition. In junior, he shows the same thing here. But watch, he's on the wrong side of the floor, and he changes his angle at the last second. Brings it over to the far side. Nice play, good speed, and you know that's what the coaches want. They want the guys on defense to see that opportunity, take it hard to the net if it's there.
And he had to be quick, Matt, right? Because Easton Ong coming after him from the bench is an absolute burner. He is checking now on Brendan Boyle. Boyle, nice job protecting the ball. Hands it off to Anderson. Off he goes to the bench. Buck, watched by Danby. Great switch defense. That shot's a little bit wide off the stick of McGraw. Bounces up out of play. It'll be West ball. Tell you the difference in poise and composure of this West team tonight, head and shoulders from the exhibition game. And we expected that. We expected them to come out a lot more confident and comfortable. Here's Dodds. Watched by Trumbull, but gets through. Oh, for a moment, it looked like Okie was open. Kluchuk couldn't get the pass to him, so he takes a shot. Kells is going to scoop up his own rebound. Here's Wright, runs into some trouble, but spins out of it. What a move by Matt Wright, the veteran.
Yeah, very calm with a man on his back as he caught that ball. I mean, a lot of guys would panic as soon as they feel that back pressure, but he just did a little spinorama.
There's a kind of shot on the run from Eddie Q. The rebound straight out to Buckta. He can't find the back, though. Getty has it. Little handoff to Gartner. Watched by McGraw, is going back on D. McGraw's played a ton of D. He'll play anywhere, so no problem for him, but he will now head to the bench for a change. Hard shot by Dodds, but swallowed up by Kells. They almost were going to be teammates, as Kells was drafted by Calgary in 2019, Dodds last year, but then as you mentioned, Dodds picked up by Panther City in the expansion draft.
Now, are we getting a delayed penalty, or they're just, looks like Kells is going
looks
to
like
the box.
Sneaky 6. Oh, it's the end of the quarter.
Oh, yeah.
6 seconds. That snuck up on us. Here's McGraw. He's got to shoot that. He does. The stop by Getty, and that'll do it. We are through 1 quarter of play, and it is a barn burner 3-3 between Canada East and Canada West. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Thank you, lacrosse friends, for being with us here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the WJLC. Let's learn a bit more about Jordan Ackie, a 3-time World Junior Lacrosse Champion participant from Cambridge and the KW Junior A.
Experience has been amazing. It's so cool to meet all different guys from all throughout your own country and like all come together in a short period of time with one goal to win a gold medal. And for this year, I expect the same thing, just to come out on top and play hard. I've actually renounced my eligibility from the NCAA and entering the NLL draft, and I'm excited to hopefully get drafted to a team that's a good fit for me and continuing playing lacrosse.
Welcome back. Nice to hear about Jordan Ackie, a really good guy, very good player. And sorry, for anyone who's not familiar with KW, it is Kitchener-Waterloo. Shouldn't have used the short form there, so I apologize. But Ackie, very good face-off guy. Just so strong on the ball, but a tremendous defender. And I saw him last night really trying to match up a lot with Patrick Dodds. We'll see if that continues.
Yeah, you know, they use the term fogo, and that's somebody who takes the face off, get off, and you really can't get away with that in box lacrosse nowadays. And you know, most coaches, they don't want to waste a body on someone who is only good at face-offs. And as you said, he can play some good defense as well, and he has a much more rounded game than you know, what they might call a fogo in field lacrosse.
Yeah, tough but smart. I honestly could see. I think he's a second rounder in this summer's NLL draft on August 28th in Buffalo, but he could slip into the first round.
And really, that's the goal for, probably every one of these players. They would like to play in the National Lacrosse League at some point. And as we mentioned, a few of them have already been drafted. Some of them drafted haven't got to play because of COVID. But everybody would like to be there eventually, and there'll be a lot of these guys will be playing for the National Lacrosse League in the future.
And Ackie comes off his little bio and wins the face-off nicely back to Michael Grace. I'll tell you, Caden O'Nagy's a good face-off guy too. This is quite a battle between the two of them. Anderson with the ball. He's watched there, closely back on. Buck gets the shot off. Looked like it may have fooled Getty for a moment, but it's a bit wide. Kind of a funny bounce off the boards.
Buck always changes his angle in the last second when he takes an outside shot.
Not to put unfair comparisons or too much pressure, but kind of reminds you of Josh Sanderson, the way he can change the angles. And I'm not saying he's going to be Josh Sanderson, let's be clear. Shooter is one of a kind. Wide open lane. Kean Moon dunks it. Is it good? Yes, stays out of the crease, tucks it home past Kells. There was a breakdown on defense.
Yeah, there sure was a nice finish by Kean Moon. We already saw that he's got nice touch around the net on his last goal that he dunked in the net, but this time, let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, that just gets caught up in some miscommunication. That was Ben Trumbull, just lost him.
Maybe a little less of a miscommunication or a breakdown, as I was saying, and just a nice little pick, just enough, right, to slow Trumbull down.
Well, sometimes the issue is, these guys throw picks, they're constantly switching, man, they're calling off switches, and it looked like he looked for the switch for a second, realized
you got to go.
Yeah, he shouldn't have.
Fight through it.
Yep.
Agus, nice job to get out of the double team. Hands it off to Danby, who is not going to stay for the O shift. He'll hand it to Basisti. They go to the far corner, and here's Arthur Miller. 12 on the shot clock. Miller spins. Fires one that Kells stops. Matthew Wright takes his time. He's got a man, gets it to him. Great finish. Nice pass to Tyler Davis. What perfect timing on that breakout pass.
Yeah, it sure was, and Wright showing his skills again. He's a good defender, but part of his skills is being able to calmly run the ball up the floor and showing great patience to wait for the man to pop open, and he's only open for a second. It puts it to him. And nice finish by Tyler Davis. That's his first goal, but second point of the night.
And Krywoken wasn't in bad position on defense. He just couldn't know where Davis was behind him, and Davis had gotten away from everyone else. The shove ahead on the ball by Caden Noseworthy, but it's picked off by Easton Ong, and West is going to get it.
Started off playing junior.
Yeah, and if Ong was able to get that ball cleanly, Kean Moon was wide open again.
And we've seen how dangerous he is. He really stands out with those, I guess, salmon sneakers. Here's Dodd, so big and strong. He's got Will Cecile, a pretty strong guy himself, all over him. Here's a rip by O'Naghy. Doesn't get through, though. It's grabbed there. Oh, Michael Grace pops free and is wide open all alone. Grace and Getty wins this one. Scooped up the rebound by Liam McGraw, and East is going to set it up. This is quite a game.
Yeah, and Grace just pulled away from his man there.
Great acceleration when he already looked like he was running pretty fast. Buckta goes backdoor. Spin underneath. Not a bad shot by McGraw, but he just got the angle a bit steep on the bounce. Thank you, lacrosse friends, old and new, for being here with us at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship in Winnipeg. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. What a start to this game as we're about 18 minutes in, 4-4, Canada East, Canada West. Basisti up top. Gets the return pass, just skips away from him though. And Blake Dunford fighting for it, spins and finds it. That is so much harder than it looks. He made it look easy, reorienting himself and getting that ball. Here's Trumbull. Buck goes far side to Dremnitsky. Gartner watches him. Little pick there by Coulter. Spin inside. Nice positioning by Anderson. Just can't quite get it on net. And Getty clamps down on the ball. McQuiggan's got a man. It's Arthur Miller. Wide open. Saved by Kells. Little check in the back. Not enough for a penalty, but it will be possession. Nathan Pouliot from Rosemere, Quebec with that hit.
You know, both coaches told us how important transition would be in this game, and we've seen a lot of chances, a couple of goals.
Oh, Nagy flips it over to Dodds. 2 of Dodds' 3 goals last night came in bench transition, where he was streaming the first man off the bench. In this orientation is the righty coming off the bench when it's the righty's turn. Second and fourth quarter tonight, that will be for Canada West. Here's East over center with Nathan Pouliot. Nice job to get it to Buck to coming off the bench. They need one more as Pouliot gets to the bench, and there's Buck. The switch, and Krajwoken on him. Shoots it around Krajwoken, but Getty's there.
That's got to be about the 6th or 7th shot by Buck so far.
Long's open. Twister. That was a groin save by Kells. Here comes Ackie. Oh my goodness, Buck is all alone. That is not what West wants. Oh, the post. He gets it back. Getty has to recover. He does. Nice job by Danby to limit Buck's options. A hard rip by Ackie, and that one's off the post. Off Getty and then the post. Here comes McQuiggan. He's got a trailer in Sam Marshall, but he goes to the net himself behind the back. Misses. Off the boards, grabbed by Kells. Are we going the other way? Yes, we are, right away.
This has turned into a bit of a track meet. It's a great game for fans to watch. The coaches are probably having conniptions.
Boyle finds Buck. He had Garrett Brockmeyer all over him, so he passed it over. The shot by Anderson stopped, and Getty's going to look up the floor.
We've seen about 5 A-quality scoring chances in the last minute, going both directions.
Here's Basisti, 3-time minor nationals all-star, once in bantam, both times in midget. He is tremendous. Here we go, though. Canada East the other way. Blake Dunford avoids the traffic. Looking to hand it off. Spins inside. He's going to the net. Passes across to Buckta. This is a good chance. Saved by Getty. Justin Getty, who played in 2019 in Mississauga when we called that championship Shanahan, and he was playing for Israel in that tournament. That hard shot, not off the goalie, but it's not going to go over him back because Patrick Dodds is there to grab it. Oh, Nagy, watched by Trumbull. Nice communication on D by East. Oki. Dodds rips this off the base of the post. Fresh 30 if they can get it back. But Wright is there to steal it. He's got Ackie with him. He's got the man off the bench wide open. Oh, great defensive move. Jackson Kluchuk, props to him for getting in the lane.
Yeah, he closed off that pass.
Here's a chance the other way. Miller stopped by Kells.
Oh, Kells just guessed that the right way. Nice save.
Don't goalies say they read it as opposed to guessed it?
I should give him
Which I
credit.
think is fair. I think Landon Kells is a tremendous goalie. Very athletic.
Another draft choice in the NLL.
Yeah, with Calgary, and he is still there. He and Justin Getty, who makes the outlet pass, actually teammates now with Calgary, and they'll be battling for that backup position. Oh, what a chance and a goal! Nolan Oki! Great pickup, great slick hands, and Kells is not looking very happy.
Wait till you see this pass by Easton Ong if you missed it the first time.
I did. I can't wait.
Oh, wait till you see this. Loose ball, he doesn't even get it in his stick, really. He just bats it over. Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic play. Right into the stick of Oki, who finishes it off. That is a fantastic goal.
Great spotting, Shanny, because honestly, it looked like a loose ball to me. I kind of saw the swat. I thought he tried to grab it, and it just got away from him. But he definitely just banged that ball over towards Oki, and it's 5-4. Canada West. That is going to be a face-off violation, and we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back to World Junior Lacrosse Championship action on TSN. BioSteel is proud to be hydrating the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship, zero sugar and eco-friendly sports hydration. Head to biosteel.ca to get yours today. It's 5-4. Canada West ahead by 1 with 8:10 to go here in the second quarter. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. What a game we have got so far. The first of a 3-game total goal series. So every goal is important. Buck, little switch, the pass over to Anderson. Oh, we can't quite corral it. Will he get it back? He does. Gartner all over him, and then that is Krajwoken knocking him down, banging him around. 20 on the shot clock, but it's picked up by Hunter Agus. Oh, almost, he had the outlet, but Anderson knocks it down. That is a rare, it's not often you get your stick on those. He got the shaft of the stick right on it.
Yeah, and you know, everybody always just sticks their stick in the way, but sometimes it's a bit of luck. Although Anderson will say that was skill.
Hey, if that's what you meant to do, you got to take the credit. Oh, no, for Justin Getty makes the save with the stick and popped straight out to Anderson, but he missed on the behind the back. Sam Marshall, very calm, puts the shoulder down. That's a huge difference from the game last night, the exhibition game. Canada West is so much more composed on the breakout. And as you said, they worked hard on that in practice this morning. Hard rip. It's wide, though, and it's grabbed by Trumbull. Goes through the crease. He'll snag it back. Gets it knocked away again, but this time it goes to Kells. They're going to call back in. Kells is saying he jumped out of the crease. Didn't quite make it. I think the back foot was on the line.
Yeah, you can't bring that ball back into the crease. I think they would have had a hard time getting that ball out within 8 seconds anyhow.
Here's Kluchuk. Fires one a little bit wide. Did not touch Kells, so they're down to 15 on the shot clock. Dodds calmly bounces it to Kluchuk. Kind of handcuffed him on the short hop. And Pouliot on top of him. He'll get the bounce, can't quite scoop it up. Doesn't really have to. He can muck it. There was only 5 seconds on the shot clock, but he does get it. Nicely across center. Kluchuk with the trail check and then heads to the bench. Pouliot calmly across to Coulter. Here's a chance for Bemnitsky. Takes the shot. I think it's off the shaft of the stick of Getty. And he had Buck on the far side. Oh, what a play by Buck to jump over McQuiggan, reach up with one hand and get the ball so they can set up the O.
Nice, and you mentioned it. Like, Buck is 5'9". He's not a huge guy, and he reaches up to get that ball.
Here's a drive by Anderson, knocked aside by Getty's shoulder. And Buck, he's a good athlete. He's not jumping 3.5 feet in the air, I don't think. But perfect timing, great IQ. He is so smart. I mean, he's an Orangeville guy. You kind of expect that. Kells rolls it a bit too far for all of his teammates on defense, but they do come up with it. There's no real pressure.
Yeah, you do mention the IQ, and people always talk about lacrosse IQ, and generally guys from Orangeville have been coached so well, so probably from the time they're like 8 years old.
The shot from Davis off the foot of Evan Gartner, so that's going to be a fresh 30 in possession for Canada East. They trail by 1. Here's Eddie Q. Nice shot, but it was blocked. Great stick by Gardner. He's having himself quite a game, Evan Gardner, the big man. 6'6", 210 pounds from Calgary, plays for the Mounties. This is Buckta. Buck.
Oh my.
Shanny, go ahead. That's just beautiful.
Oh my, it sure is. And this is why we talked about him in the opening. And it's not just the move, it's that he just seems to do it so easily, so naturally. Starts with the first fake to get by the defender. Again, he's teasing him with a stick, but then it finishes with a beautiful shot. Not a big windup. He's almost, it's a fake windup to get around the defender, and then it's just more of a snap of the wrist to put it in that top corner.
And as you said, the little fake, which actually served to load up for the shot with the short fake. Just, again, the IQ, so smart. Dunford thought about going to the net, thought about passing to right, thought better of it, gives it to McGraw. He'll head to the bench. Right?
We have not had more than a 1-goal lead in this game.
No, 5-5, just under 5 to play here in the second quarter. Game 1 of the World Juniors. Penalty coming to the west. So Kells will sprint to the far bench, the bench of the far end. Anderson pulls it down, shoots, saved by Getty. He covers it. And that is going to be a holding call, holding the stick call, and will result in a power play for Canada East. And we are going to take a quick break here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. We'll be right back. Tech Savvy is a proud sponsor of the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Visit techsavvy.com/CLL for affordable Canada-wide internet plans. We're at 5-5, Canada East going to the power play. Penalty killers are Ong and Danby up top. And down at the bottom, we've got Hunter Agus and Sam Marshall. Buck's at the top. He's going to get the ball here from Dramnitsky. Gets it back from Anderson. A little scissor pick as they cross across. And Buck takes the shot, swallowed up by Getty.
Yeah, Getty made that one look easy. And the East has not taken the lead, had a lead in this game since the first goal of the game by Tanner Buck.
Right. Hunter Agus, who got that clear there, really impressed. He renounced and entered the NLL draft a couple of years ago. Hasn't been picked in either of the 2 drafts he was in, which I think he should have been, but he has really matured on and off the floor. I think he is going to go much higher than he would have in the last couple of years, because he is really bringing his game around. I like what he is doing on and off the floor.
Big guy, 6'2", 210.
Yeah, likes to hit. This time Eddie Q will be at the top as Canada East will go strong right this time. Anderson goes back up to Q. Danby and Brockmeyer at the top this time, and Susie and Krywokin down low. Q thought about shooting on his offside, rips it, but it's knocked away by Danby. Buck just saves the over and back, but the shot clock ends anyway. Not a lot of success on this power play so far.
No glorious opportunities. But that was a bad giveaway there. Then, with 38 seconds left in the penalty, the West would have been able to kill most of it.
I was kind of counting on the West killing a lot of it. And now here is Canada East with the ball and a chance to set it up again. And Buck will man the top of the power play. Buck gets it back. Rips it sidearm. He just changes angles and finds spots to put the ball.
Yeah, he's quietly put up a hat trick in this game. I wouldn't say he's been dominant. He just scores on his opportunities. And with just 11 seconds to go on a power play that wasn't being effective, he just decides to step in, takes that sidearm, almost underhand, and squeezes it. I think that went through the 5-hole. He's just one of those guys you don't want to give chances to. You know, goalies always say, don't let this guy shoot, maybe let that guy shoot.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys a goaltender would say, don't let him shoot.
He's on the don't shoot list.
He is. He's on the don't shoot
It works out, though, for him. You were saying before the game, you're surprised that he went 60th, remembering 60th in the NLL draft last year to the Georgia Swarm. What a deal that team got.
I think that's a huge pickup. To get him that late is ridiculous.
Eddie Q with the shot. Getty, it's by his feet. Dremnitsky was thinking about reaching in, but it was too far. The outlet pass to McQuiggan. Here comes the pressure. Nice spin to get past Boyle. Then the shot. Kells had no trouble with that one.
Yeah, probably not the best choice of a shot.
Yeah.
And it's McQuiggan who was in the penalty box there. Maybe he felt he had to redeem himself, but that wasn't the best scoring opportunity.
If it goes in, it feels pretty good,
yes.
though. East has it, and they have the lead again. First time since it was 1-0, as you said. There's a shot by Davis off the face of Getty. Shakes the mask back into position. Oh, Agus is hurt. He has been hit. He's down holding his head.
It's
hard. You can't blow play down when the offensive team has possession, but I think he got hit in the head. He is still on the floor. Eddie Q's shot is blocked. East maintains possession.
You hate seeing that.
Yeah. We never cheer for anybody, but I just want the West to get the ball so he can get intended to. Agus went down quickly. And David Anderson, nice sportsmanship. He is over to see if he's okay.
Whatever it was, it didn't look like any kind of intentional play.
Yeah, Agus.
We were just talking about Hunter Agus and you know how you've been really impressed with how his game has improved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I really like. I know he and his dad didn't like it much. I think a couple years ago when we went in the draft, because we're going to take a look at some of the great saves in this game. I said, he tends to do not very smart things in games, which he would do sometimes. He has been so much smarter. He's a leader on this team. That is Getty.
Yeah, both goaltenders have played very well, Justin Getty and Landon Kells. Well, that's when your goaltender's best friend, the post, made that save.
Nice awareness of the ball coming off the post and not knocking it back into his own net. There he grabs one in behind him.
Yeah, and honestly, there has not been a bad goal in this game. We've seen some absolute beauties, but the goaltenders have made their share of great saves. Well, it's good to see Agus walking off the floor.
Yeah, you probably heard the sticks banging on the boards in the background as Kells makes another save. That one, the one where you said he guessed, I said he read it through the left arm up. And Hunter Agus makes his way to the bench. Great to see him up. So we are at 6-5 with just a minute 19 to go in the first half. McQuiggan will start deep.
Is that Agus? He's still on the bench, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, he's leaning back against the glass. McQuiggan watched in the corner. Oh, a strange goal. What happened there? Backdoor to Kean Moon.
Yeah, you know, Kean Moon, that's a hat-trick goal for him. And, you know, we talked about Tanner Buck having a great finish. Kean Moon has been similar for the West. It's just he makes the most of his chances. A couple of goals on that side of the floor. Watch, he seems to be able to put Kells down and reach over. Yeah, that's twice he has scored similar goals where Kells comes over and he just reaches above.
So athletic. He can do things like that. He's just got he can jump high, but he's so quick getting off the floor, gets that full extension. And again, not a bad play by Kells, I don't think. May have stepped a little farther off his line than you want to when the guy's getting in that tight, but that makes it 6-6 in the final minute of this first half. And remember, yesterday it was 7-5 at the half, and then or after the third quarter, it was 4-1 at the half, then 7-5 after 3, and then East kind of pulled away. So West with that response, that's a big play for them. Getty drops that one. 25 on the shot clock, 5 more on the game clock. So West can't pull the goalie and go safely to the extra attacker at this point, and they won't.
And they'll try to take the shot as late as possible because they don't want the East getting lots of time to pull their goaltender.
Pass through the middle, doesn't connect. It's going to be tracked down by Katowski. A bit away from him, though. Right, tried to grab it. Katowski knocked it away. Hustling off is Evan Susi. Shot clock expires. 4.4 for Canada East, and that'll be a timeout. Jeff Dowling immediately gets that one as Trumbull picked it up. So not much time to work with, but they're in the offensive zone, and they'll have time to set up a play.
They will get a shot. 4.4 is enough time to get a shot. Probably even enough time to get a shot, and if there's a rebound.
Yeah, if you shoot it quick. Tanner Buck is over having a word with the officials as we see the Canada West bench. There's Jeff Dowling on the Canada East bench. His play is in. Buck will start with it. They've only got, they've only got 5 attackers on the floor. They're trying to decide whether to send out Dramnitsky or McGraw, and it's going to be McGraw, who started the season with the Micmac Warriors back in the East Coast Junior League. Then went to Orangeville to play the WJLL season, which was 8 games in 2 weekends for these guys. A lot of these players did that.
Oh, yeah.
That took a toll on them.
That was a toll. That's not something that most of these guys have done since they were playing minor lacrosse, you know, a number of years ago. It was like a tournament format.
They're excited to get back in and play, though. I know that. Okay, it's going to be Buck to starting with it, up to Buck. 2.5. Pass behind the net. Anderson won't get a pass off in time. No shot. We'll go to the half at 6-6. I am Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan, bringing you the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. We'll be back with highlights, analysis, and more in the halftime break right after this. Welcome back to the 2021 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship live on TSN from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. What a first half. We were saying we hope this is really competitive after the exhibition game wasn't. Canada West has been very good. Canada East has been very good. This is a terrific lacrosse game.
It has been a great game. I mean, you know, we talked about, you know, Dodds, Tanner Buck, but then other guys like Kean Moon have really stepped up. Yeah, but and we've had goaltending from both, great goaltending from both sides, and we've never had more than a 1-goal lead in this game that's a 6-6 tie right now.
Yeah, Kean Moon, so athletic. He's going to feature prominently in the highlight pack that we're going to take a look at in just a moment. And it's been so back and forth and fast, and we're going to check those highlights out right now.
Yeah, well, the scoring opened by Tanner Buck from behind the net, and it's tough for a goaltender to play this because usually you come out one side, not just over top. But then I believe this was the power play goal. That was a setup by Dodds. Later, that was Gutowski scores a goal. Onagi scores on an underhand shot, and that gave the West a 2-1 lead. But as I said, it was never more than a 1-goal lead. Anderson scores his first goal of the game, or his only goal so far. And then this guy here, Kean Moon. Watch, it was a nice pass across the floor, but he puts the goalie down and reaches over him. We'll see that again. Matt Wright's had a pretty good game too. Transition for East. He scores that one himself in a transition. And here's Moon again, and just defender just got caught up, and Moon just puts a few fakes in this score. That again gave them the 4-3 lead. I think it was Tyler Davis. Yeah, Tyler Davis scores this one. That was a setup by Matt Wright. Again, we're tied. But the beautiful play there, that was by Ong over to Okie. That gave them the 5-4 lead. And then Buck is going to score a couple. This one, he just fakes the guy up high, puts it in the top corner.
So smooth.
Oh, he is. And then on a power play that wasn't doing much, couple seconds left in the power play, he just takes a nice shot, gives them the 6-5 lead. That was the East's first lead since the 1-0 lead by Buck. But then Moon scores another one. Looks very similar to his first one on a tough angle, but he puts the goalie down and just reaches over him. And yeah, Kean Moon, we never talked about him in the opening, but there's many great players here, but he's got a hat trick, so does Buck.
And all three of the Kean Moon goals very similar, just getting up over top and dropping the ball in. He was on his total distance from the crease on the 3 goals, probably about 3 feet.
Yeah, there's sometimes you play these players who are just so good around the net. They don't need to have a ton of chances. He looks like one of these guys. Just give him the ball close to the net, and he's going to put it in.
I'm not sure how many shots he's taken. I don't think it's more than 4
Three.
or 5.
Three.
Yeah. 3 shots, 3 goals.
Yeah,
Kean Moon has been terrific. I think the both goalies, as you said, 6 goals aside, you'd think maybe they haven't had a great game. I think they have, and we're going to see some more highlights.
Yeah, but what's this fake there? That fooled the cameraman, fooled everybody, and then Moon gets the ball on the other side, reaching over the goaltender. I think we're going to see a second goal here, Aaron.
All 3 of them coming.
Yeah, the defender just made a mistake, but watch the fakes and just puts it in. Just makes it look so easy. By the time he puts it in, he's got an empty net because he's moved the goalie so much. And again, his third goal, similar to his first one, on a bad angle, almost behind the net, and just reaches over Kells and puts it in. And, we talk about don't let that guy shoot list. I think Moon might be on that don't let him get the ball list.
It's the Kean Moon Show here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be back with more halftime. I'm Steven Staff with Brian Shanahan. Thanks for joining us. Come back to TSN for the WJLC right after this. Welcome back to the 2021 World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Winnipeg on TSN. So happy to have you with us. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Just want to point out you can go to tsn.ca and get some more information. I wrote a couple of preview stories about this tournament, talking about the half dozen players who have already been drafted by National Lacrosse League teams, 7 more players who are eligible to be in the draft this year. And quickly, before we move on, I just want to say happy birthday to Norm Schmerman, the father of Bryce Schmerman, number 71 for Canada West. He was there in 2019 watching his son play. A very proud father. I know he's tuning in, so happy birthday, Norm. And what a first half, very exciting. And what do we anticipate in the second as this goes on?
Well, I hope we get more of the same. And I'm really happy because, with we were told that the East has a little bit more experience on this team, and the exhibition game would tend to agree with that yesterday, 11-5. And, the West went to work today. They practiced on a few things they thought they were having trouble with, the transition, but their confidence has grown so much. I'm really surprised with how composed they looked offensively. Even the way this game started, the first 2 or 3 minutes, they never touched the ball. They threw it away a few times. But once they started putting the ball in the net, the confidence is growing more and more. We talked about Kean Moon. And even, Dodds has not been a star. He got a couple assists on the first few goals, but we really haven't seen him putting the ball in the net yet. But we've been seeing a lot of great plays by the West players. We were expecting it from some of the guys on the East for sure, but both teams have showed some great plays, and both goaltenders have been solid. There has not been a bad goal in this game.
I think we will see some things coming from Patrick Dodds. I think
I
we can count on that. He's so good, the big, smart, talented player. We talked to Jeff Dowling, the head coach of Canada East, before the game, and you asked him, do you worry with a pretty big win in the exhibition game that your guys would maybe come in overconfident, might not be ready? And you might think that since this is so close, but I haven't seen that. It looks to me like it's more the West stepping up their game.
You know what? I agree. And you think maybe with a relatively easy 11-5 exhibition game that might happen. He said no, it's not going to happen, and I agree. Yeah. It is not. They are not playing cocky or anything like that. That it is the West have brought up their game, and they were a little nervous yesterday, I'm sure, and they're feeling. The more things that work, the more they're feeling happy about their game. I think they just look more composed. Yeah, it's them improving their game, not the East being overconfident.
I would also say, you mentioned not really any bad goals by giving up these two goalies, and even leading to the goals. I think the defense has generally been pretty strong. There's obviously little things that guys would like to do differently. We saw a couple of plays where a guy just took the wrong angle or got beat, but to me, for the most part, players have had to really work, had to do something pretty special to get the goals.
Yeah, well-earned goals. We've seen a few transition goals. Each team has got a power play goal, but then other than that, it's been nice plays. We saw that. I think it was it Ong who made that Easton Ong made that beautiful underhand fake.
Let me jump in because I was just going to ask you, which is the better one? Caden Onagi made the hard underhand fake, and then the pass across to the backdoor to Moon, and then Easton Ong is the one who batted it on the break.
Oh, that's right.
Across to the goal. Which is the best assist of the night?
I love the one where he batted it. I think it was Ong batted the loose ball to his teammate to Oki who eventually put that in. That was really nice.
Let's take a look at what Tanner Buck has done tonight, leading Canada East.
Well, we've seen Moon's hat trick. Well, Buck's opened the game here. This is so tough for a goalie to defend. Usually guys wrap around the one side. It's even tougher to come straight over top because you can't touch that crease. You can't jump with your foot in the crease at all. This was another play where Buck just shows his talent. The big fake up high, and then the nice snapshot in the top corner. And then Buck scored one more goal on the power play later on to get his hat trick, and I get the feeling he's not done yet.
We mentioned how he changes angles, just so smart, so
subtle,
creative, and subtle is a great word for it.
Yeah. You see some of the best shooters, they'll wind up, and at the last second, they will change the angle of their shot. Their wrist will move a little bit. He's so good at that.
Jordan Ackie and Caden Onagi in just a moment will line up for the face-off to start the third quarter of Game 1 of the 2021 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here at the Canada Life Centre in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Very excited to have lacrosse back on TSN, and what a way to ring it back in. It's 6-6 at the half. Here we go. Ball pops out, and a big scrum for it. Matt Wright's the one who comes away with it. On his own, he's going to peel out. He is a smart player. He would not be driving in the net there. Hands it off to Brendan Boyle, who gets it to the O. Bukta over to Dramnitsky. Sam Dramnitsky from Baden, Ontario, played for Wilmot Wild Junior C, and then up to Allura in Junior B, and that pass is knocked down, reminiscent of last night when Tanner Buck got a goal as Getty made a save in the second half. His defender was passing the ball out while Getty had his back turned fixing the net, and Buck had a wide open chance and he put it in.
Yeah, this time it was Eddie Q just stood in front of the crease, perfectly legal, put his stick up as Getty's trying to throw the ball up.
Eddie Q just 5'8", but I was noticing last night in practices, he is so quick getting up in the air. There's a shot by Dodds just off the shoulder of Kells. The rebound grabbed by Basisti, but taken away, and here comes Nathan Pouliot getting across center. You can see they've had it drilled into them. You've got 8 seconds, get over. Buck Give and go, and what a finish, Tyler Davis. That is beautiful, and another 1-goal lead, this time Canada East.
Yeah, and you said it, give and go. The ball goes to Buck in the corner. Davis gives it to Buck and then goes hard to the net, gets the return. Look at this. He doesn't stop. All you got to do is get that step on your defender. And, you know, his defender, Evan Gartner, is just half a step behind him. And Davis gets his second goal of the game. And, you know, his first goal was similar off the transition. He just, you know, gets a step on the defender and makes the most of his opportunity.
Canada East with the pickup off the faceoff. They get possession again. With that 1-goal lead, Dunford hands it off to Anderson. Little bobble. Not a big problem. Here comes McGraw. Dunford has stayed for the O-shift and sets a pick. I was just going to say, he gets a very solid pick and gets away with it. He does not. Head referee Roger Nurse says, you can't just knock Aidan Danby down from behind like that.
And that's one of the things these lacrosse players will do. They'll push the limits on their picks to see how much they can get away with.
O'Nagi will hand it off. Here's Kluchuk. 10 seconds to shoot. Moon's going to shoot right away. Gets on the forecheck, but nice job by Trumbull to just slough it off and get over center. Here's Dramnitsky. On the far side, Eddie Q. Nobody comes to him, so he'll just load up and rip it. Perfect placement to the far bottom corner.
It's a nice shot. This really is, and it's a tough one for a goalie to stop. And it's he sets up for a sidearm, but then he comes overhand and bounces it. And this is nice. And this is tough for a goalie. Gets a goalie set up for that sidearm shot, and then he comes up high and shoots low.
Almost looked like Q was surprised that nobody was coming to him.
Yeah, you know, you don't want anyone to be able to wind up that much for a shot. These guys are too many good shooters to give them that much time to wind up, even from out a distance. You always want to be on their hands. And coaches will always tell you, get on their hands, let them feel that slash when they take the shot.
The first 2-goal lead of the game. Anderson makes it 3.
And only less than 3 minutes into this quarter and 3 quick goals.
If we'd had a little more time, I was going to say, with that first lead, very important moment for Canada West to come back, mount something in return.
You know, and this is, you know, a lot of times coaches will say you want to move the ball east to west, quick shots, because the goalie's got to move farther back and forth.
And that's a pretty smart timeout, I think, by Stu Sturpar.
Yeah, I think it's a necessary timeout.
Yeah, you'd love to save that for the end of the game if you need it, but I think the way these first 3 minutes of the second half have gone, Stu Sturpar just felt he needed to settle his team down, remind them how well they've played in the first 30 minutes of this game.
Yeah, no, those last 2 goals, just 4 seconds. Oh, no, sorry, I'm reading that wrong.
Here are 3 goals that came very quickly, Shanny, in just 2:51 of action.
Yeah, starts off with Davis, just a quick give and go to Buck. And then I think Anderson's going to take this next one with that was Q. That was Q. And then Anderson. And this ball goes, you know, the goaltender's got to move all the way from one side to another, and the fact that he shoots it so quickly makes it difficult.
So Ackie and O'Nagi back to the faceoff dot. This is an extended battle for possession. O'Nagi pulls it out, and he will, when you get into those extended faceoff battles, he is so good at finding where his teammates are. That time he got it to Hunter Agus. Great to see him back on the floor after taking a bump earlier. He is pressuring. He's going to stay out and play D, forcing Michael Grace to back away, but Grace will get clear and hand it to Dramnitsky. Again, huge for a response for Canada West.
And getting those face-offs, like that makes it difficult for the West if the East keeps winning the face-offs after the goals.
Buck took the pass from Gramnitsky but could not collect it. And then all kinds of forecheck pressure. Buck doesn't come up with it. It's snagged there by Ong. And watch these wheels. Trail check though by Eddie Q, knocks it out. And here comes Will Cecile. Streaming off the bench is Brockmeyer. Cecile shoots. It's in!
Oh my, that's a tough one for Getty.
He just lays there disbelieving as Cecile's shot hit him and rolled painfully slowly over the goal line.
Yeah, things are not going the West way right now. You said it. Cecile gets this opportunity, but it almost looks like the opportunity dissipates. The defender gets on him, and he still takes the shot, and oh my gosh.
So poised with Krywoken bearing down on him. And Cecile realized he had just enough time.
You hate seeing that when you're the goaltender, when that ball is just rolling back behind you. The West has to go on some offense. Oh my.
Oh, that's not a good turnover. Wide open look. Nice save, Getty, on the shot there by, I believe that was, Caden Noseworthy, right? Got it after a nice pass. Here's Danby with the pass up ahead to Gutowski. And an offensive possession. Important, even if you don't score, you want to get a good possession here.
Yeah,
obviously you want the goal.
You want to get back into the game, just get in the groove of playing some offense.
Oki just caught by Gutowski. Riggs way out on him. Dodds, behind the back flip to Oki. Wasn't quite ready for it, and Brendan Boyle will pick it up. Kind of crossed up Trumbull, who had to spin around. He will collect the ball. There's no transition chance, though, so they'll just hand it off and slow it down. Anderson with it.
They're looking for the hidden ball trick. I don't think they fooled anybody.
Dramnitsky's shot is blocked. Hunter Agus took the brunt. Now he's going to bang Dramnitsky. Great defensive play by Agus. Love that calmness. But then the pass doesn't get through. Just talking about the poise of Agus and a bit of a force trying to get the ball out. You are running low on the 8, but Coulter turned aside by Agus. Q. Little twister there by McGraw. We talked about how McGraw has played a lot of D, played D for Orangeville this year, but he is looking pretty comfortable up front. We're going to take a quick break. It's 10-6, Canada East over Canada West at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be right back on TSN. BioSteel is proud to be hydrating the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Zero sugar and eco-friendly sports hydration. Head to biosteel.ca to get yours today. 10-6 for Canada East after 4 straight goals in the first 5 minutes and 17 seconds of the third quarter here. Big moment. Big stretch here. Important time for Canada West. Nice run. And a shot on goal. Good chance there for Kluchuk after the run by Onagi. But here comes Canada East back the other way. Ackie tucks it. Keeps running, sees 5 white jerseys in a V and just circles back away from them. McGraw to Buck. Buck shoots it, it's wide, bounces straight out to Bryce Schmermond. He's looking for some help, gets banged into the boards, loses his stick, loses the ball in the process, and Eddie Q comes away with it. Buck setting up, he's got McGraw in the middle. Davis wants it up top and will get it. Q getting the pick from Coulter. Nice switch. Here's McGraw to Buck. That shot's high and wide on the far side. Q's gonna try and get there. Takes a swing to knock it down, doesn't get there. He'll be over and back. All the West players had gone to change, so nothing coming from it.
I was actually surprised Evan Susi didn't run for that ball to pick it up for the potential breakaway, yeah.
Possession for West. Arthur Miller hands it off. This is Basisti coming to the near side to Dodds and back to him. Basisti rips it just wide. Did it touch? No, it didn't. So they're down to 15 on the shot clock. Still time to work. Basisti gets it. Youngest player in the tournament is Zach Basisti. Here's Arthur Miller. Gets underneath Grace's shot. That is a reset if they can get it. And it looks like, oh no. Nice work by Caden Noseworthy to tie up Basisti and allow Nathan Pouliot to come away with it.
Yeah, he just tied up his man so his teammate could come in and help.
Michael Grace fakes the one pass, fakes another, and has it tipped by McQuiggan, but it still goes to Canada East. They're down to 14 seconds on the shot clock, so some effective pressure. Anderson trying to get underneath. Nice job, though, by Krywoken, who knocks it loose. 4 on the shot clock. West can just muck it, and they will. Effective 30. That is the kind of defensive possession that could turn things around in a penalty. A bad one behind the play by David Anderson, swatting McQuiggan where it's not going to help you.
No, and both teams have been perfect on the power play so far.
Ball's loose on the floor. He'll be grabbed by McGraw and play will be blown down. Things getting a little bit testy. Little push after the play there by Oki on Cecile. They have a chat. These teams were pretty friendly up till now. It gets intense as you get to play against each other some more.
Well, by Saturday, their third game, they might be the worst of enemies.
So it's the slash behind the play that's going to send Anderson to the penalty box for 2 minutes or less. Here we go. Watch Anderson behind the play right there. Boom, swings. I mean, I guess if you get the ball loose, but that's a pretty wild swing. Up to Dodds. Drag. Twister, hard twister, complete flip of the hands, but a nice save by Kells, who's really finding his rhythm. He hasn't been scored on in the second half yet, right?
No.
I hope I didn't just jinx him.
And watch for Dodds looking for the crease guys. He's set up, I think it was Bukowski in the first period.
Right, Gutowski, yeah, the back door with the hard setup. Here's Gutowski. Dodds looked like he might shoot around the screen there. Someone's got to take one with 5 to go, and it's Basisti. Wright picks up the rebound. I love that play by Wright. Didn't look like much, but he is so fast. He ran slowly enough to not get himself in trouble, but to make sure he got across center in 8 seconds.
Yeah, he didn't want to run into 5 guys, but he just wanted to get over the line.
Buck to Coulter, down low to Q. He might just shoot this when he does. It's wide. McGraw with 5 on the shot clock, tries to get it on target. Ong grabs the errant shot, sprints over center, heads to the far boards, as one should do. And here comes Arthur Miller to Dodds. They've got 37 left on the power play. Lots of time to work with. 15 on the shot clock here. Down to Gutowski. He has great hands. Here's Dodds. Oh, just saved by the hand. And Gutowski gets it back to Dodds. He's got some space to shoot, but he goes down low. Oh, Kean Moon over top of Kells again. And another lovely pass by Patrick Dodds.
It was Dodds makes that nice pass. I actually thought Moon had lost his opportunity by not quick sticking that ball into the net, but I guess he was confident enough that he could just take his time. Nice play. You knew Dodds was going to put it on the crease here. And Moon, that's his office down there on the crease. He makes those ones look easy. And that's a huge goal for the West. If they want to get back in this game, they needed to score there.
Ackie and Onagi, almost 2 full circuits of the face-off circle. And then the ball pops out, and there's like 7 or 8 guys going for it. Ong gets it. Oh, he doesn't shoot. It popped out of his stick. Matt Wright takes it. He'll step. No, he won't step across center. He'll just hand it off to Curtis Bukta. Dremnitsky to Davis on the far side for Q. Nice foot save, Getty. They need every one of those right now. Nice job by Danby to allow Brockmeyer to get it. Brockmeyer can just wheel, fires it a little bit wide. Ball gets away from Trumbull. He just bangs into Dodds, hoping to knock him off and not allow Dodds to pick it up, but boy, Will Dodds is sturdy.
Yeah, and that was a smooth pickup by Dodds, just a one-handed pickup.
Dodds runs through the middle. There's a penalty. I was going to say, you've got to call that hold on Ben Trumbull as he spun Dodds. The shot goes off of Kells and up out of play. and it's going to be 2 minutes or less for holding from Ben Trumbull with 4:24 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. Tech Savvy is a proud sponsor of the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Visit techsavvy.com/CLL for affordable Canada-wide internet plans. Trumbull is in the box for Canada East. Canada West goes to the power play. Grace and Wright up top. Riggs and Ackie down low for the penalty killers. It's Dodds at the top of the power play. Gives it to Miller. He's going down to Kean Moon, who has been sensational tonight. They're going to go to Bazissi on the left side, and now Gutowski. Everyone's had a touch. They get a pass in low, but Dodds just didn't have a place to shoot. Doesn't again, but Moon does. It's off the foot of Ackie. Heads up, it just missed the scoreboard. It'll bounce out of play, and that will be a fresh 30 for Canada West.
And the East is very aggressive in their movement on the short man. They're not really giving any good opportunities for the West to shoot.
So Dodds just takes one with nobody checking him, but it's right in the chest of Kells. Here comes Matt Wright once again. Wright may have run the ball over center more than anyone else on Canada East. And again, so calm, just finding the open man. Here's David Anderson. Anderson watched by Ong. 12 on the shot clock, still about a minute on the penalty. Canada East. Anderson will get a shot off as they go for a change. A little pressure there by Buck. Made it a bit harder than Marshall, I think, wanted that clear to be. Miller up to the captain, Patrick Dodds. Dodds really broke out of the Minto Cup back in 2019 as Victoria Shamrocks lost it, but he was very, very good there. That was maybe his coming out party. That shot by Gutowski is blocked. Cecile picks it up. Outlet pass, nice vision to get it to Dunford, who calmly bounces it off his body, controls it, and will hand it off. They can kill the rest of this penalty.
Yeah, this will be the first penalty kill of the game. Not a lot of penalties. I think this is the third or fourth. This is the fourth penalty this game, but the first one that was killed.
We're back to even strength now. They do get a shot off, so that ball could be a reset, and there's lots of pressure from Trumbull, but Brockmeyer, he's in pressure, and that is not what they want to do, is run into trouble, and it's going to be Jordan Ackie coming away with it. Nice job by Dodds on the forecheck to eliminate the immediate threat. Now Dodds is caught out on D. Are they going to try and go after him? He'll drift back towards the crease as Canada East sets up. Here's Buck. Captain on captain here. Nice pick by McGraw, opens up space, but Buck is stopped. Who's going to come up with it? It's Hunter Agus. Checks, nobody around him. He's going to wait, let the 30 expire.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh, just didn't connect, but they get a bit of a break as it comes back to Miller.
Smart play, but he threw the ball away. Luckily, his team retrieved it.
Riggs all the way out on the boards, and he tends to flatten guys, but Miller, great job to get away from him, then gets rammed into the boards for his troubles. Here's O'Nagi. There's a pick from Kluchuk that must have been on the edge of being a bit too much. 3 on the shot clock. Miller goes down. Riggs has to be a little cautious here, and the 30 will expire. That's perfect D if you can be that rough and not get called.
That was dominant defense by the East.
Ethan Riggs is, they call him the Big Rig because of the name, obviously, but also he is just a big load of athletic defender who loves to run guys over. Buck to Q, who's going to rip it again. The save by Getty. 45 in the quarter. So are they going to go for the 2-for-1? It's just a transition break, but it doesn't materialize for Ong, so he'll give it to Oki. 18 on the shot clock. 33 now on the quarter clock. Dodds to Basisti. Getty stays put. Gutowski back to the near side to Dodds. They're well out. They've got 4 to shoot. He'll rip one. Wow, that was way wide. Just got away from him.
Yeah.
Sometimes the shot drifts off the end of your stick. So 14 to work with, lots of time for the East, and Kells is making his way to the bench. They've got 7 as they get the extra attacker out. 5 seconds. Anderson, nice catch. McGraw, great foot save. He has another one. What a slide by Krywoken and Susie to take away the late scoring chance. It is 10-7 for Canada East over Canada West. We'll be back for the final 15 minutes of Game 1 of the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. Welcome back to the WJLC. Let's learn a bit more about Aidan Danby, number 77 for Canada West.
So yeah, I started out playing junior in the Okanagan at the highest level I could there. Unfortunately, we don't have junior A there, and then I played Team BC throughout the years as well, so that also helped me progress and develop as a lacrosse player. This year I got lucky enough to be able to go down to the mainland and play with Delta. So yeah, it's great to be back here, see a bunch of familiar faces again after 2 years of being away from the sport. That's obviously very nice, and then obviously getting to play at the highest level here in Canada is also a great opportunity for me.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, old and new. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. 10-7, Canada East over Canada West. Ackie and Onagi ready to go at the face-off dot when we return to action here. And there is Aidan Danby, who is very excited about getting an opportunity to get drafted by an NLL team. I don't know where he's going to go, but I'm pretty confident that somebody is going to look at him and see potential.
And that's just a few weeks from now, too.
Not a lot of players have made the trip to the NLL from the interior of BC. The Penticton native has put a lot of work in to try to get there and make that dream come true for himself. Alternate captain, great kid. Really enjoy seeing the success he's having as Brendan Boyle comes away with it. Oh, and drifts it up into the stands.
Well, after that first 4 minutes of that last quarter, the West has improved their game. There were 4 goals in 4 minutes, but since then they've scored a goal and they just seem to have settled, and Getty's been a big reason for that too.
This is Basisti, watched by Matt Wright. That pass doesn't connect. Penalty coming, that's the reason. Getty heading to the bench. Basisti has it over to Gutowski. The man off the bench is going to be a dangerous one, but they lose it. Matt Wright with a great strip.
Yeah, Wright's played well.
He always does.
Getty made that sprint all the way to the bench just to get a drink of water. He was hoping to get the extra man on for the 6-on-5 delayed penalty. And yeah, watch in front of the net. I believe it's a hold. Yeah, you see he's trying to get his stick open. That was Nolan Oakey trying to get his stick open, and
was that Oakey? I think that was Kluchuk going through the middle.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was.
But yeah, pretty subtle. Nice spot by Roger Nurse, the referee, because just kind of grabbed the shoulder, almost the jersey of the shoulder. Here's Basisti. Big chance for Canada West on the power play to try and pull within 2. Basisti, hard pass across to Dodds. Down to Moon, and Kells is not having it.
Oh, no.
Gets big, gets high.
That time, he just cut the angle and gave him nothing.
Briggs just shrugs and breathes up there, takes a moment and passes it off to David Anderson on the penalty kill. So 1:15 to go in the minor. Not a lot of pressure by Canada West. Now they come up a little. Evan Susi and David Anderson come together. Anderson going to the net. Nice save by Getty. West was a little lax, and that allowed Anderson to get right to the net with that quick first step. Here comes Brockmeyer. Hands it off to Gutowski, who immediately flips it to the captain, Dodds. Bit of a different penalty kill, and there's the shot by Dodds as we've got Noseworthy. There's the outlet pass to Noseworthy, gets it to Trumbull.
Even though their power play,
yeah,
power play's been 2 for 3 so far this game. They really haven't looked that effective. One was a broken play and one was a nice feed to the crease by Dodds, but other than that, they're not really getting good scoring chances on the power play.
17 left on the penalty, just 5 on the shot clock, and Trumbull still has it. He's going to get a shot, just missed. Boy, if that was about 6 inches to the right, it's off the pad of Getty and maybe out of play for a reset. Pouliot getting ready to come out. 3 seconds from now. No shot going to come from Canada West. Too risky to take it right away with him about to come out and potential for a breakout the other way. They go up top to Onagi. He's so quick, but Matt Wright is the perfect man to check him, I think. Here's Miller, 5 to shoot. And he was kind of pitchforked a little bit there.
It almost looks like Canada East has picked up their defense in the second half. They're not willing to trade goals like, you know, we saw a bit of a track meet at, you know, at one point in the first half. In the second half, they're playing shutdown defense.
It was exciting, the track meet, but we're both a bit old school. We love the defense too, so this has been a great game on both fronts. Nice work by Davis to get free and get it into Eddie Q. Can't quite get behind the back on target. Agus will just kind of tap it ahead to himself.
Oh, and it's good to see Agus is playing.
He's been out for a while now. Looking good, looking very sharp. Far across the floor to Gutowski. Feeds it in, somehow got it to Oki.
Oh my.
Great shot, but Kells is there. Here's Cecile.
Cecile's the last goal scorer for the East about 15 minutes ago.
Buck over to Buck. Watched by Danby. A big pick from McGraw and another one. Back to McGraw. He's going to let it rip and scores. Liam McGraw from downtown, right off Portage Avenue, and rips that one through Justin Getty.
Yeah, and that's one that Getty did not want to give up. McGraw's got a couple assists at this point, but he gets his first goal of the game and just steps up, outside shot. Not sure how that one squeezed by.
So 11-7 with 10:41 to play here in the fourth quarter. And remember, it's not just about winning the game. It is a 3-game total goal series. So Canada East is going to play smart, but you know they're going to keep pressing for more goals. McQuiggan will come up with the ball for Canada West. He's in some pressure, but calmly avoids it. That's been such a nice change for the West. They seem more composed, more comfortable with the pressure they're facing from a lot of Ontario guys, a little more experienced. And also, oh, here's a chance for Kluchuk. Saved by Kells. It's in his gear. He doesn't know where. He's still looking for it in his body, but Riggs will pick it up. But both coaches were talking about the Ontario guys being a bit more experienced, and they see each other so much. They play together.
No, you're right. You're right. That was a nice save by Kells on that last play. Good offensive opportunity by the East or West, sorry.
Nice pass ahead, but Gartner stripped by Eddie Q, and here's a chance. Wright has it, finds Buck. Oh, what a save!
Buck doesn't miss from there too often.
No, that was a nice stop by Getty, the big man. I don't know if you've got a good look at the helmet, his helmet, but he has Batman all over it. We're going to take a break. It's 11-7 for Canada East. We'll be right back at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship on TSN. BioSteel is proud to be hydrating the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Zero sugar and eco-friendly sports hydration. Head to biosteel.ca to get yours today. Welcome back to the WJLC. I'm Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Canada East will have possession, and goalie Landon Kells on the bench for an extra attacker as we start play up again with Canada East leading 11-7. And he's staying there. Now he's going to go. They stayed just a little bit longer than I thought he might.
I expected to, yes. And sometimes teams will do that just to get rid of the press.
Yep. Long pass across the floor. Buck with the shot. Stopped there by Agus. He is having himself quite a game. Hunter Agus, one of the top defenders out there tonight. That pass hit Buck in the side, and Agus will go track it down. The shot clock had expired. so he'll get a free pickup and a bit of space. He's going to run towards the far side, then head up the middle. A little swat from Buck, and Agus trots it over center, hands it off to Onagi. Patrick Dodds, knew I'd do it once. It's his dad, Will, who also played in a Minto Cup back in the day. Here's Patrick over to Onagi with the shot, saved by Kells. He has looked so sharp in the second half.
Just one goal he's allowed in the second half. Oh, that's a nice save.
Yeah, Getty also getting sharp. Here's Ong clearing. Down inside the restraining line, switches hands to pass it across. And Kluchuk gives it off to Gutowski. Miller takes it off the bench and fires it hard. It goes off the boards. Kluchuk, nice pickup. Good hands there. Pressure from right out high. Check on the back from Riggs. Not enough to draw a call as Dodds would knock down. It takes a lot to knock over Patrick Dodds.
Yeah, but it's a nice play. Riggs, a big man, 6'3", 235 pounds.
Loves to throw his weight around. I know Halifax is very excited in what they've got in him. Buck sees the big hit coming, just tucks under and almost gets a lovely goal. He saw McQuiggan coming. McQuiggan comes away with it. Sees Caden Noseworthy coming to check him. Just break it down, wait for some help, finds it. Nice job. Here's Basisti. Change completing for Canada West. Nagy goes down low. Penalty called in the middle of the play. It's going to be an illegal cross check. On the offense.
Yes, I was wondering why they blew the whistle while the offense had the ball, and it's because the penalty was going to the offense, and that's Patrick Dodds.
There's Dodds in the penalty box.
So the East is going back on the power play. Let's watch for Dodds right in the middle there. Oh, okay. I didn't think it was that bad, to be honest, but
not much more than what Riggs did.
No, it was, you know what it was? He pushed the guy in the pick. It was the guy went hard into the other
Buck tries for the far side, off the shoulder of Getty, then off the post. Danby just holding his position. They're going to have to get it, though, because it's a reset. They're going to say a red push on the back of Danby. And Marshall will come away with it, throw it ahead to Ong, who quickly gets over center. Watch there by Cecile. Nice little spin move. Down under 20 seconds. Miller takes the pass. West okay with taking their time getting the change because they are killing the penalty. 7 seconds on the shot clock to go, 1:12 on the 2-minute minor to Dodds.
Yeah, at this point with the score the way it is, I think the West has to try to take it to the net even though they're short-handed.
But again, it's the 3-game total goal series, so you don't want to get too risky normally, right?
No, but even if you're on you know, your team
you want to accumulate goals.
Try to drive to the net. Maybe you'll cause a penalty, draw a penalty. Maybe you'll get a scoring chance.
Yep.
But give credit to the East, too.
Quick stick attempt by McGraw, saved by Getty. Schmerman and McGinn up top on the penalty kill. Gartner and Susie down low. This is Q at the top of the power play. Anderson fakes. Q gets it across, and McGraw rips it. He's feeling it, but he stopped that time. Big hit on McQuiggan. Everyone's hitting him, and eventually the stick pops away. That was a lot of pressure right away by East. And West had started to change, and boy, Sam Marshall had to race out there to set up in the penalty kill. Q, hard pass, and McGraw taps it home. Caught Getty a little far from his line.
Yeah, this time it worked. And that was the play from Q at the top. Q sells the shot, freezes the goaltender. Watch this. Sets up for the shot. he's looking at the net the whole time there. That's just a great play. And, obviously, McGraw is in the right spot, far enough away that the defender can't get his stick in the lane. Nice goal.
There've been a lot of eyes on Eddie Q, who made that pass for a long time. He mentioned he is a former first overall pick in the Ontario Midget Draft, and just such a talented young player and a very smart player.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his game.
Boyle gets it across center to beat the count. 12-7. You know Canada West wants a response, but East has the ball for the time being. Dramnitsky comes across to Anderson. There's some traffic, and he's going to try and fight through it. Shoots around it. Nice save by Getty to see the ball. Anderson thought about shooting again. It's not there, though, so he will just reset. They've got 22 on the shot clock. Davis down low to McGraw. Thinking about it, but Getty was planted on his goal line that time. Krywokin all over Bukta. That hard shot by Anderson is wide, and Dramnitsky kind of ran past it. They've got 7 to shoot. Oh, it's soaked by Agus. He has taken a lot of punishment tonight. Smartly just mucks that ball. And we're going to go to our final break here with the score 12-7 for Canada East at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be right back on TSN. TechSavvy is a proud sponsor of the 2021 and 2022 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Visit techsavvy.com/CLL for affordable Canada-wide internet plans. We have just under 4 minutes to play. We have a 12-7 lead for Canada East. Welcome back to the WJLC Lacrosse Friends Old and New. I am Steven Stamp with Brian Shanahan. Delighted to be bringing lacrosse back to TSN. It's been a good game. Canada West would love to chip away at this lead. McQuiggan's going to try to do it, going to the net, but nice trail check by Nathan Pouliot. Knocks the ball free. Now Pouliot comes up with it and protects it with his offhand. Gets it to Trumbull. Oh, backdoor pass. What a catch by Buck, and a goal. What a sensational play.
Great play. Buck comes off the bench for the fast break and just makes it look so easy. He reaches up with one hand to catch that pass, but it's a nice pass. You got to give credit to Nathan Pouliot for making that. I don't know if I'd say it's a perfect pass, but it was where it had to be through all the sticks, and Buck easily reaches up to the sky to grab it and put it in for his 4th goal of the game, along with 2 assists.
It didn't look easy to me. Looked like a pretty tough catch, but he made it look easy, I guess. What a play by Tanner Buck and the lovely pass. And now Aidan Danby is having a talk with the official, pointing to Mason McQuiggan in the crease and saying, look, he's down. He was checked into the crease. He did take a bit of a hit. And he is just getting up now, as you can see, and getting some help from the trainers. Yeah, we'll see what happened here, Shanny.
I don't think there was anything untoward done. No, you know, like it looks to me like he stumbled. I don't think he was hit down in the crease.
No, Pouliot was on him, stripped the ball, but then it did look like McQuiggan just kind of stumbled. Maybe he lost his footing, maybe turned an ankle, because Pouliot was had his stick on his back, but really gently. I mean, there was nothing, no push. He was very careful. So it's 13-7 with 3:40 to play. East really pulling away. Ackie and Onagi back at the dot. Remember, the next 2 games will be available on tsn.ca through the digital. You're going to want to tune in to all 3 games of this 2021 World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Onagi pulls it out. He's going to get it himself. Kind of tapped it with the head of the stick. Almost cost him, but nice job to recover it. Double team, no problem. He gets out of it, hands it to Danby. Calm, cool, and collected here for the West as they try to creep back into it. Gutowski. Dodds picked up. Boyle recovers and now goes to pick up Oki, and there's a shot from Kluchuk. Dodds gets it back, and Kells jumps up to block that one. It's grabbed by Miller, who gets through traffic, composes himself, gets it to Dodds. What a great play.
Nice.
Not as long a pass as the last one we saw, but another lovely touch pass there. This one by Miller.
I'm guessing Dodds probably is not really happy with his game today. He's got a few nice assists, 2 or 3 assists, but he gets his first goal, and he finally shows us his nice soft touch in front of the net. He's not on a great angle, but watch how he pulls the goalie with him and just places it. Oh my gosh.
That's one where you can't even see the spot that he's shooting to.
No, and it's not a hard shot at all in terms of velocity. It's the fact that Kells is moving one way and he just puts it back to where Kells has come from.
Yeah, I kind of had to take something off it to let it almost the arc drop off underneath
Yeah, it's
the
like
crossbar.
he floated it to where Kells had just left.
13-8, big goal for Canada West. Here is Davis, leaves it there. Trying the hidden ball trick, they're not buying it. There's Eddie Q. Now Davis has it, almost a hat trick for him. Anderson gets it. There's some space for McGraw, and West is leaving some spaces for this East team that I don't think they want to leave. Hard fake by Davis, now comes to Anderson. Far side, McGraw shoots and scores. That, I believe, is the hat trick for McGraw now, is it not?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And yeah, it's not the way the West wants to end this game. Too many wide open looks by the East, and especially the way Getty has played so well. You don't want to strip him of his confidence. And this is what I was talking about earlier. When guys are out there taking the outside shots, you still want to get your stick on their hands. It makes it a little bit more difficult when your stick's coming down hard on their hands.
And Liam McGraw getting the Lacrosse Link bump, as he was my guest on Lacrosse Link a couple weeks ago. There's a shot and a goal by Dodds. He is starting to light up. That shows his confidence and his strength in the inside game as he just bounces that one home, making it 14-9.
Yeah, he looks up at the clock, not happy that he's doing it now with not so much time left, but still nice finish. And he's now showing us what we were talking about in the opening.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, it is a 3-game total goal series. So all these goals are important. And this little run that the East has gone on, the West really needed to respond, and they have. You want to get ready for the next one? Here is the East setting up as Bukta takes it from Dremnitsky. Bukta going to the turf. Ball drops loose. Danby knocked him down. And Coulter gets a shot off. Fresh 30. Dremnitsky was thinking dunk. That pass is knocked down by Agus. Bukta hits the turf again. And here's a drive by Dremnitsky. Big save by Getty. Chance for Agus to go for a run. McGraw is going back with him, but the trailer is on. And here comes the man from the bench. Agus shoots the save by Kells. Quickly, I kind of cut myself off. Go to lacrosselink.com for all the best in lacrosse coverage. Very proud of this new project we've got going. Stay with us after the game. We'll quickly get to the players of the game and a presentation down on the floor for them. Buck underneath, past Schmerman and scores.
Gosh.
What touch?
Is that his 5th? Yeah, I think that's
yes.
Tanner Buck's 5th goal. Now you don't like it if you're the West, you don't like it that you're given these opportunities late in this game, especially when it's total goals really count. It's not like these goals are meaningless. They are all meaningful. And again, he puts on the big fake, steps to the net, just reaches around.
Perfect placement. We've seen so many different styles of shots from Tanner Buck tonight.
Yeah, I think one of the lessons, to the West is do not go for a stick check on Buck. And, it's not the only one. There's a few of these guys have really slick sticks and they'll tease you with a stick.
Ackie comes up with it for East. 30 seconds now in the game, only 25 on the shot clock. So they can't hold for last shot. They're going to take their time, though. They just complete the change. Anderson comes out and will take the pass from Q. Nope, Q's going to hang on to it. Just count it down. Here's McGraw. It's picked off. Here's a chance for Ong. He will not be caught. Can he score? No, the save by Kells. 4 seconds to play.
Look at the floor.
Yep, he's going to pass it. It's not going to get there, though. And the final score will be 15-9 in favor of Canada East. Remember, games 2 and 3. Game 2 tomorrow night, Friday, and game 3 Saturday in this 3-game best or total goal series will be on TSN Direct on the digital. And we just want to, again, thanks to TSN for having us here. We're thrilled to be on. We're thrilled to be bringing lacrosse back to the network. And Canada West has to feel a little bit upset that it was such a close game. They kind of let it drift away a little bit, but they showed some good things.
No, they sure did. 6-6 at the half, but the second half was all East as they outscored them 9-3. They tightened up their defense, but I thought, the West maybe got a little bit too loose late in the game and probably gave up a few goals that they wouldn't have given up if it was a closer game. But, every goal counts in this type of series.
And on the floor, we will have the player of the game presentations as the teams line up on their respective restraining lines, and they will be very, very cool traditional Anishinaabe lacrosse sticks that were created specifically for the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. That is Jeff Dowling, the coach of Canada East, has the stick that he will be presenting to a Canada West player. And that player, I don't think there'll be a big surprise as he walks out, and he will call Kean Moon forward to receive this lovely commemorative stick.
Yeah, excellent game by Kean Moon. 4 goals, no assists, but he showed some great touch around the net.
Obviously, he's not thrilled because they've just lost the game, but I think he's going to have a great memory of that. And Chris Fox will hand the stick for Canada East to Tanner Buck. 5 goals, and lots of players played well in that 15-9 win for Canada East, but Buck stands highest amongst them. 5
goals, 2 assists. I think on record they gave him 1 assist. I'm sure they made a mistake. I believe it was 2 assists, but even just 5 goals alone, that's amazing.
That will wrap things up. I am Steven Stamp on behalf of Brian Shanahan and the whole group here at the World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow night back here on TSN for Game 2. Have a great night.